Hello, losers. And of course, by losers, I do mean those of us on the losers bench, of which I am included. I'm not calling you all losers. I mean, I am, but not in the way you think. That didn't work. Anyway, my name is David. The name of the channel is Death to Harold. Who is Harold, you may ask, and why does he deserve death? Well, Harold is the big fat lump of crap that's been living inside of me for over 20 years, and I'm on a mission to kill him. Today is week 9, since I had a single anastomosis duodenal switch down in Tijuana, Mexico. Let's get right into the stats, shall we? Week 9. So, when I started my pre-op surgery, I weighed 310.5 pounds. On the day of surgery, I weighed 303 pounds. Week 9 was actually yesterday, and I weighed 251.8 pounds. That is a whopping loss of 1.8 pounds for the week. I've lost 53 pounds total since surgery. So in those 9 weeks, I've lost 53 pounds. And when you add the about 2.5 week pre-op diet that I had before that, I've actually lost 60.5 pounds, which is pretty awesome. I've decided any week where I have a loss is going to be cool. Things are great. There's really not a lot to report. I'm trying to get this done before the Cubs game starts here in a little bit. We lost last night to the Dodgers. The Dodgers are better than us this year, I think. We'll see how it goes. But, yeah, I've been a Cubs fan my whole life, and I'm excited to watch more playoffs tonight. Well, one bit of good news as far as weight loss surgery / complications go. We finally got the CT results back. If you recall, I think I mentioned it in my last video. I went in for a CT scan 2 Thursdays ago, so not this past week, but the week before on Thursday. I keep shaking the table, which is shaking the camera, and it's probably really annoying. So they did that CT scan late on Thursday. We waited up until like Wednesday, and the doctor's office never called us back, so we called, talked to the nurse. She said, yeah, we haven't had a chance to look at it yet. I'll have the doctor look at it and let you know what he sees. So we waited again and again until Friday, and they still never called us back. So we turned around, we ended up calling them back again on Friday, and they said, yep, everything looks good. Come in Monday morning, and we will remove those drains. So I am exceedingly happy about that. I get both drains that I have one on each side. I get those removed on Monday. While that's exciting, it is a little bit scary to go without the drains. The one drain I've had for 7 weeks, and the other one I've had for about a month, maybe more. And I know that those drains are in there pulling out anything that's coming out, but as I've mentioned before, the one drain's completely dried up. There's still a little bit coming out of the other drain, but it's only like 1 or 2 cc's a day. He said he's fine with that. So even when they pull them out, I'll be counting down. It seems like both prior times before, the first time when I went into septic shock and was, close to death, all that good stuff. And then the time after that when I was able to catch the symptoms fast enough, even with the one drain in, I started feeling those symptoms again, and they found another abscess. Both of those times took about 2.5 weeks for me to start getting sick. So I'm going to be holding my breath for the next 2 weeks after tomorrow, which is Monday, to see if the leak is truly healed, to see if I'm going to have another abscess form, and if I have to go back in for another drain or surgery or whatever. So even though I'm getting the drains out on Monday and I'm super excited about that, I am a little bit nervous to see what happens after that. I really feel good these past couple weeks. So I'm hoping that is an indicator that the leak, if that's what it was, is healed. And I say if that's what it was is because they can never really find the location of it. They just assume that's what it was. Sorry, my phone keeps going off. They were never really sure that they could never really find it. So I was wondering if maybe something I don't know. I'm sure it was a leak. I guess it was a leak. We'll just say it was a leak. Because that's what everybody thinks it was. They just could never find it, and that made me skeptical. But I mean, if it's this minute hole, then how the hell are you supposed to find it? It's hard to find the hole when it's that small. Anyway, that's really it. Things are going great. As long as I keep losing and everything, I'm trying new things every day. But I'm mostly, of course, sticking to protein, like I've said. I'm eating chicken, I'm eating meatballs, I'm eating fish and shrimp. And basically, the only things I'm really avoiding right now are raw vegetables. Granted, I haven't tried everything, and I'm trying things slowly, and I stick with things when they work for a long time, which is kind of boring. It's actually really boring. The one thing that's actually started this past week or two is cravings. Like I'm craving, I don't even know what the hell I am craving, but I'm craving something that I'm not eating. And it's probably carbs, just in general. I'm craving those since I loved them before, and now I'm keeping my carbs extremely low. I know my overall goal is below 50, I think, is what I'm trying to set it at. But I'm not even coming close to that. I'm sticking like 30 or less, 20 or less each day. So I'm sure, I think that's what it might be, and it's probably all mental. I'm not physically hungry ever. Ever still. I'm not. And I know that'll come soon enough as everything's healed and everything's back on track and normal. But I'm never physically hungry, but I'm mentally hungry. And it's weird because I know I'm craving something, but I have no idea what that is. And part of it might be when I get bored, and it was just that normal boredom hunger when I would eat because I was bored or eat because I was depressed or whatever. And so it's just maybe this sort of that my brain's general reaction is trying to do that. Harold's trying to trick me. But I haven't given in to Harold. I've gone out to eat twice. I mentioned the one earlier where we had, shrimp and sushi. I went out to eat. My wife's brothers and sisters took me out for my birthday. We actually have 3 birthdays in the month of October between the adults, and so it was a celebration of all 3 birthdays. And we went out to an Italian place, and I got chicken and vegetables, and I ate less than 20% of it, but I still had fun sitting there going to a restaurant, and I got the leftovers in my fridge, and that's what I'm going to be eating today later on, and it was fun, and it was good. And if you get this surgery, you don't have to feel like your whole life is going to change. A big portion of your life should change and will change. And even when you go out like you did before to restaurants or whatever, you have to still be smart, and you have to order the right things and eat the right amounts. And yes, last night I did have some tiramisu, one of my absolute favorite, if not my all-time favorite desserts. But I had a little bit, and I didn't feel stuffed. I didn't feel sick. I didn't feel, I didn't overdo it. I was still living by the rules, even though that had probably sugar. Oh, of course it had sugar and carbs. But once a year thing, I mean, come on, let's go. It's my birthday. My birthday is not yet, but it was a celebration of my birthday. My birthday's actually in a few weeks. And that's one thing I guess I didn't give with my stats. I'm actually 42 years old right now. I'm 6'1", to help put those weights in perspective. But anyway, like I said, there's not much to talk about. I'm doing good, having fun. I'm really excited to get these drains out, and next video I will let you know how that goes, how painful it was. I'm not looking forward to that, to the removal. I'm getting forward to having them gone, but not the actual process of getting them gone. But I'll let you know how that goes next week, and I'll guess I'll see you later.